Let's come home. Where is home? Home is that where we live. Now, baby, I tell your mind Ghana. I did back when you made your chain a good year. And your mind pian and ye bisa. No, a good year, a famous good year. Diamonds, bauxite, gold, manganese. Name them.
Why? Why?
I back when you made your chain. I done it. No me, dear my. It's gold. Gold. It is also one of the most precious metals you can find in the whole wide world. Ti eyesika ana media cheya dom yen. Na mpanyimfo ana no pe ato nsa afre wo mo secretary at the Emma Small Scale Miners Association of Ghana. Yera Godwin Armah. Obenga say good morning.
Good morning.
Bibia boko de.
Bacho bibia boko.
Eba no FM agudie ene ehu adwuma de. Mo na mo ye as say mo adwuma eno no. Anya sa.
Ye ne.
Mo na mo ye.
Ena ya my lines inside DSA adwuma no.
That's right.
Enti small scale mining in the oka registered miners. Our go through the process to acquire license.
Okay.
Amudi edi omudwuma. Omo EPA permits. License and minister assigned. The Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. And I was saying water resource permit. Say ensure the be so you permit from Ghana Water Resource Commission. Now afi when you be a friend operating permit. I no mines inspectorate any demand. So only near me I can't hear unto me any small scale mining.
And you win a share a daho. And I also nyina and some of a small scale miner.
Aye, we share the legal framework now. And documents are sir unya. And send away to me a jumano. And documents are.
What are the don'ts after unya documents now? Don'ts benny the count.
Say documents who say especially EP, unya EP now we do plan of mine beko. Because area be any send your be jumanafa. And with the operating plan there are schedules. You can schedules are a mount in share or befaso. And the science share no be ye juma accordingly. Now we share permitting so and I say license ye the mawa site specific. You can site specific ye mount license for ye juma dem ye find the conesi for conesi the coordinates of the concession unto me beyond. Will come beyond that, not just perpetrate illegality in accordance to the license na the amount. And the license is site specific. The baby answer a license no so for small scale, so a Ghanaian, 100% Ghanaian. For so more than 18 years, and I said be what dream I say to me down, and send away to me apply for license. And today's are the year the amount. Now we are so with the EPA permits in so. It gives you areas of bitumen. And yes, yamo license no, and one is ukwa na uko yejuma. License na san ede ma no. Minerals Commission, especially the district I will start no. Who start license now starting from the various districts, or more 13 districts in the country. You can mining district and your political districts. One mining district can have about 3-4 political districts within. And the find is the Eastern region. You're working more than a small scale mining office. And 2% we license be a honor. Okwa na wa start process no. O start process na wo didi mu ko see time I mbekwa ko inspection say pylon wo hwa say 3,300 meters away from any pylon to say high tension. Say lorry kwan say 100 meters away from lorry kwan no ena nsuo water body in Sutini so ye will be a friend buffer zone and so ye juma ohwe tete kra na mpanifo do ise ye ndon konkogu nsuo mu if say uja the canopy na prevent evaporation na ebo nsuo no ho ban entini nyina nso ye mra kanwa ye juma sana the whole mining space.
But you need a special skill to be able to acquire such a license.
No, license they acquire acquisition and then the operations. For instance, make me talk mini
driver's license.
Mini driver. But the operations they say me be or a driver or a qualified to me edimi. So the acquisition they made to me acquire. But the people who are going to work are in from at least we share line state says so nyani pa baako. or what's the name the mining.
So it's part of the requirements.
It's
before
part
you're
of the
given
requirements.
a license. Right.
Requirements. Unya license they are. Then unse operations. Acquisition is one, and then the operations. No. Send you obey with Jumana no. Sa so young for sa name the no betumi aboa.
Mo adwuma na mo ye no mrano empenyifo ba mo site e be inspect what is going on ana.
Yewo EP is Minerals Commission Omotaba field pa. And since even on my satellite districts, initially na offices of music only 10. And now share the number of licenses I am or jurisdiction, money baby or one the area so far na emma or medumano nipa ba kopet na shedding na difficult. But see no more increase the number of offices and no more increase satellite offices airboa. But unze share logistics for some of the state institutions now. Yeah, enum pempensua they will be very effective in terms of monitoring na de. But omoba EPA nso so but EPA nso so sure omo human resource in terms of managing small scale mining ewo from kakra. Enti omo nso adwuma no senior minerals commission ba no omo man sa. But unse omo edin hihye na to as a miner who permit to renew every 2 years for EPA no. License the small scale mining license minister assign 5 years. But EPA renew permits every 2 years based on performance new reclamation away. Nancy Cramoni Small Scale Mining Association, you know maintenance here share in terms of what we call the reclamation bond. Senior we mobe post bond. Say when to me reclamation na sa bond now post to no we used to say scan to reclaim on the small scale miners behalf. Then improvement
EPA so as in renewing the license whether you do your work well or not.
No,
but almost any
the environmental permit license near 5 years. Minister grants him, but EPA so obey Juma no. So I'm not environment or mandate environmental issues na the degradation. Yes, it's ensure our own kohona the Water Resource Commission wanted the on so and these are some of the things that EPA say may renew next permit for 2 years. Say we are utuminya and say human resource no and no some pempenswa the issue of effectiveness and efficiency no na ba from kakra and no na association no so saga no watch here we have to be brain associations no so within themselves and do what we do call peer review and as a monitoring among ourselves. Now, a regulator and regulators think when you request for the regulator as an association, not just support to association and casa regulating because the drum pempens will be at the issue of formalization error. An association member be also adhere to the code of conduct in terms of the industry.
Mr. Armah, we will descend down onto the reports ABBA. Especially anti-galamsey groups forming a galam stop no money near can vis-a-vis interministerial committee against illegal mining near there no vis-a-vis monsumo effort na mo ye say omo nye adwuma ni ye no obehwe no mo jai ana mo fa kwan paso e dey adwuma no but all kind environment no opanyin bi nso e wo fi ha say ya your friend no owusu apia or environmental health and safety from Environmental Health and Safety, or no, and the leader and founder of that association, a company, and I said about the
youth organization. Said the we are said the environment in terms of said that the plastic boiler a Google mountain so basa. Yes, you actually na boy one na EDCC couldn't patem said a bed boy my honey days a bit me a tomb.
I am on the commanding sites near Diana.
Okay, for now they are starting with Kurakesim has which is Gata Simone like Montinso basically. The BMU yes also a boy the man for concerning and Fasodia a woman CBCC apartment BD and Patamuni because I think sending in it go in line with this Galamsey issue because social more the Galamsey and illegal mining activities they say and Sassin war in Krunkitu and now be do Krukisim has so the baller and plastic waste they say the environment and it is a try no more we for a having and until now so as a concerned youth into maintenance yen ka so fine ho etina ma yake ho aboma ya bobo ya ho na ECC important on ECC.
That's good. Mr. Armah, the issue of illegal mining. Yedi hun komo ofi ha say da. Anamontua small scale miners nkabom kono musumetuo. Na reporter anano area from Pomboatin edekoma amampanyi anadekoma ampanyi aso ye emunse ni be piepie mpanyufo etata ekire me ne ha me wom ene adwempo kase a eta ekire nti a yede te aye sa committee no say ebebra illegal small scale and say wrong mining activities ene ade mayehu so far as we speak illegal mining and then friend galamsey no sign the city e wo ye man mu na mo field sign the city.
Okay, near medase medical enkra manchetifu nti ma me mfa kwanye nchetifu say usanko fa yinchi nti mechetifu nyina ni small scale miners na
obi aje so
na o share the state we say who watch the whole Africa na the issue of artisanal and small scale mining enya Ghana nko na yenya the same problem every on the continent and even outside Africa. Tutu akwanko baby bebre akohwe. Na ohwa ade a ha adwen yi in terms of senior the number of people that are involved in the operations of ASM. I don't know if artisanal and small scale mines. And the environmental challenges number one everywhere you go. Issue of child labor. It was some Ghana crowd the idea because the child labor aspect in also. Baby, you have money laundering, we have conflict, any war, terrorism. Some places in Colombia and all that. You have gangs or magic sector nafa. Ghana could do some pension and say na who say langas for started bima. You security agencies na kasa. So omunye room one share at the end. Than be for aside the environmental issue. And generally, that's how the whole small scale and artisanal fees na all over, especially the world, baby ASM. Now, if you're Ghana, and so I bet me I can say you put a lot of effort, but still no. You to me no pempen so bet to me amanaba minimum. To me to as a cry, but to me manage money by minimum there. No one will say you acquire na the other, but you lose some pempen so no. As a matter of fact, to what is happening on the further. And there are so many factors and also so contribute. And to me, normally we can say we put so many strategies in place, need resources at the DH, but it's like we pretend to fight the menace. That is
we pretend
yes,
to fight the menace.
Like we pretend to find the menace. And the reason is you have a lot of people involved. One, in the area of employment, most of the communities, there are no job opportunities for the youth. And youth are even a national security threat. So then there should be a balance. And baby say I don't think anyone will even have issue with that. Even only license say to me check environment. Because employ over 1 million people directly. Now say ubia woma and I say dependence base 4 or 5, and then you're looking about 5 million. Nipa 5 million so within a certain age. Our kita votes. And the politicians then will be a say if you have 5 million in this industry, no one should year no so better at the end of the day then we are. And the issue of politics now. Every time elections, year to election, you see both political parties now, party A and B. Your government because they take this decision, your opposition because me by me say. So from there, clearly what's saying is thing now to the people say they can play along and as to me create a lot of inside because of the numbers. And see maybe say me say we say me by major and we saw videos of that. So if we don't have this issue of bipartisan approach, near the say it's a project Ghana. It's a project Ghana. Sebeba na me babe abe president of a country. Now the environmental issues there ebe create issue of water pollution and also even people who are directly close in the community. Environmental issues to bring about climatic change na the other. Now and also the another sort of cost eba na yanhwe sa near the politics nko look both party MP NDC MPP they cannot not say contribute to the degradation in terms of their inactions and a politicking of the industry. Say I can't crunch when they can crunch. And that is one of the major costs. Number two, so say baby or time me ejuma around 2008 2009 areas be me ejuma na good price enye viable ye ejuma no yakata so baby o eduen wi ayeko. But say baby o jae no abe viable because of the price of gold. Ubon say na ebinom so ko no ma san ko mine. And so ko mine no dudu na ani krata o de mine e say omo ye bibi e friend remix no be a mine no we ja portions I omo friend court no ko remix no asan ko say ho ni nyina. And also a good price. Now, some of the chiefs within communities, Nankasano, I'm friend, microphone be brace, or Mumra, no Mumra Bejuma, and communities. I am for no friend, I'm a friend, minus the brace, some Bejuma. Even sometimes, we do a license cry, I prefer say illegal miner bay. Look, so be any license no Ejuma, the issue of exploitation is easier.
Yeah.
If you say, on Wangasa or Bano, only to me crate be or the good now, and to make the money more from the person, don't be over to me crata law no, a buano. And these are some of the dynamics that Ama or Kunus so iodine.
But we also say Charlie Cash isn't it? Even when the person has a pepano, to me, BS to one and panel not time and half a pepana.
And you always
you corrupt people, security, police, politicians, all over.
I didn't think I begin to me crata midi juma. Me will be a bind the amam say me fanny. I'm sanko to sika. Beyond logic. No be only I don't American obi only to me cratan. Well, yes, any juma of forest reserve. There's no way you are licensing any small scale miner to work in the forest reserve. And nipa do na can say illegal small scale miner mining, but usha the redefinition 995 at 995. Actually say legality is legality. Your large scale companies are monso ye. Enti obi on what to me cratan on go to yesike pudo maybe.
But you cross your path.
No.
As in, they give you a concession here.
That's not
legality, as he said, becomes illegal.
No, and that is not it on the field. Wow, to me cratan they can revoke your license for even enti obi only license. Example, they say yes, any juma of forest reserve. Forest reserve within our laws, you have to be more permit to enter the forest to mine. Your companies are kesi but yes, it's small scale Nibian to me. And to all the licenses are license holders are kesi you know last scale for now some way juma. Now say maybe small scale ni and say illegal mine na me person be call forest anymore. You have the forestry in penny for who are police, who are him for who so how then do I go in? I have to find a way I met me. I'm making sure that I'm paying for my compromise on them to make a juma forest reserve. Nipani any license and he is prepared say good no honor on to me license in Yejuman or and no did the issue of collusion and corruption ever. And these are some of the dynamics a war industry to me. But men can say every licensed miner, if you be a mention, you cannot have 100% compliance. A baby to me be a deviant or mbeko way. But industry nankasa no be all license or any juman. A difficult so between exploiting.
According to reports here, Abe HSA, yen penny for a buy mu penny for a be even as top as high as even the seat of government. Involved in these illegal small scale mining activities cost any idea. In your rounds as small scale mining association, most top menace, most shall be sad. You refer must say be careful where you are going and that there's somebody powerful behind it. Da.
Okay, nearly kind of make us say so be a high office. Ghana need to apply for license. If you're in a higher office and you apply for license, go through the legal framework, and I don't think it's wrong. And to say yes, notion fee or say be a penino or minimum on to me acquire licenses. And then you can acquire and operate your business.
But do you think they exploit that?
But you see, there are places who call on they tell you. Okay, go ahead.
Mekai say some of the forest reserves around the western region, even military for regulators nankasa who share some of the media reports about in those days. The areas they say they are no go areas. Ultimately, it's mounted by even military forces. To protect the integrity of this country. Now, so baby and Crawford, say a lot of Chinese or illegal foreigners, no go area. Even some of the community folks around Amansi area, say ye crane into me call because of the level of security at those places into me call those places. And the idea you know, people get support, but then how do you link this? Because BBOAB and only it should be evidence based. The issue of say yes will be a BB near the Nekwa, Medeneko quota. Then how do you call it? Evidence Nipan. But clearly to say Nipanus will to me be baby. Most of you obia or she baby or sabi or penny be or cobubino. Only the name. And Nipan Ankasa so careful say on per se and integrity ebeba. A didn't almost me ball field. There are so many some of the reports in Crawford a boom with the Yati brave of field. Okwa we so missing your money we or no protecting. Now, so say, ubenya the link between Nipano, between the evidence, and to deny about speculations and allegations. But clearly, Nipane Juma or field, any degradation or any the level of protection, you tend to believe, say, yes, when Yasa sort of power to back the person, on to me, but then is based on evidence. And to once any evidence, no, Nipane Casa all the time of field say, may the penny we are now we know. None in I say, yes, if I evidence, Brian. But all the time you can say, you let me that will be into me that we a penny. Now, you bet me about public to defend yourself, say, me, but deep within yourself, your conscience tells you, say, Adia me, moi.
Because we need evidence.
Yeah, you have evidence.
Yeah, evidence be fantastic.
But you bet me defend it. But at the end of the day, deep within you, your conscience will always, and you will be there with that conscience all the time. And the answer quampa, you bet me at the abua. Me, send me opinion at the higher place. Then you just say, come in, say, would you make your license na for you? Baby, baby, or coffee that, and collect to me, boo, be the Uko Juma Moya na. Who stop one? Now I said the next day, no, so obey Juma. Association has stopped in the public breeze. So there's the clear difference between industry and regulatory. Now, I can say there was big support from some of the senior most chiefs in this country. And the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources in Soya Empire. And yes, and most of the jobs to me on the field.
Kwamina, it looks like a battle that we probably, how it's being approached, as you said, no, from the politicians. No. I say, you're too scared.
I think so, if we watch the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Men, the first time committee, I think City interviewed me about the committee, and I can say, number one, committee, very important, say, they should work in terms of integration properly, seamless approach. If you say, well, security issue, environmental issue, issue of the local government, and then the information should go, all of them should work together. Yeah. But then what we called for in the interviews with the leadership and the chairmanship, which for me, from that time on my interview, Mika said, then there will be issue of recipe for disaster in terms of theft war, because when a license, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, and that is their scope of work within them with their agency, Minerals Commission. And to the moment I will be come mining and say, near environment, they lead, we'll have issue of clashes. Okay. In fact, yes, I interviewed. Some of them were not happy. And we were on very good. I didn't know and all that. But it's not about the ministry or the person or lead it. But say, so Obia ministry are a lead into mining, need any promotion of mining, ensuring and for ye Jumana diadino, near the committee, near the environment, eco anima. When you put those people together, there will always be via interest. Yeah. And Ubon say committee into me. And no wonder say from the report, some of them left the committee. And so from the beginning, we realized it's going to be very tough for some of them to work together. Michelle report, the formation of the interministerial committee, there are so many things that we and now offer to me too much without looking at the legal framework of the country now. Mrepino, we do more problem. Mrepino ubenya problem. Enti ushema ejuma bebre omo ye no. Na baby wo ho they infringe on the legal framework I wo mine. One typical example here say bear tracking of all excavators in the country. A good idea, but how do you start it? And fees are you charge you fine emanates from the law and it comes from parliament. But you mentioned you see a charge, you'll be 2,000 cities. So be a name from trackers in Measure be a Fiji. Me say, or mobile, my mom, because there's no legal backing to that. But minus they do 2 years, Isicano. But young fat tracker back one. One tracker. I'm a boy excavator.
With you.
Minus ni tuesi kana.
Trackers
for a year say.
Yadi bebo.
Yadi tracker ebebo excavator ho. Eno mu tuatua no. No single tracker. Eba ansana na illegal no wetumi aye. Omo ntumi aye no mo gigi say SK. And those days are buying good interministerial and cry. You can see any total of the audit of the interministerial committee. How much money? And I buy the mom. If say soldier for a coffee that, and yes, I can't any they call. Omo to talk drones na the ade. I hear the cost here. And he find a wo. Senior, although say a good committee, they say one performing in terms of senior president nation na. Yanya audit who sika say ni ehu ni enti o mentumi objective ni ensua enfim senior next committee be a because committees there or might be oversight committee to deal with specific issues, especially ad hoc committees be o high na etumi aboa. But up to now any audit be a enti uhwema that is one. Then the issue of impenyophobia and so I mudin to say the issue of community mining. Community mining saying a concept the association and engage we brought these issues and maybe a trimuno. Now communities need be on bedroom. And the Minerals Commission ye baby no to me ye baby 3 concessions say every community no so musum be. If says ye mining no when ye be a do na no illegal mining by and we 3 concessions. Emma baby 4 concessions and a ma illegal mining in Brasi. If say youth ni bi and individuals nso mo free baby bebre nso betumi enti this are issue of community mining by but bibi obe no say situated in the Minerals and Mining Act samre no na honorable SK Boafo and the board chairman or T committee be a joint committee steering committee on small scale mining. I the small scale miners your representation 3 Minerals Commission chief executive kan board nankasa of the Minerals Commission so our members 3 they be a parliamentarian and penny form so count and some small scale head ni count eti adwuma ne bi omo no mo ye we raise a lot of issues say who per se uma obi concession for community mining say what is legal basis and to watch encroaching for last company cry ya granting a license ne committee no akote community mining enti akoko so baby bebre members ni be concession cry ya see the community mining enti he raises this concerns and na SK Boafo came in as a lawyer said look we need to protect the integrity of the commission in terms of senior community mining in fact because say nyamra e betumi attachi na bibi oye no obi ntumi mfa nkokot if say am obi concession a untumi sam obi concession at the same place the conflict be ba nipa no nsusu no e do be kokot am ban tua judgment debt na de and that's where SK Boafo issue started coming in. This some of the issues say, baby, why community mining or sima, even the Minerals Commission should not be part. The mandate of mining will crew the regulation to regulate and not regulators, the Minerals Commission. In terms of licenses, some be prepared to be a minister assigned. Or more professionals. Well, and you know, all the politics will be more. It renders professionals unprofessional in terms of defending whatever projects are there. And to me say onim de. Now so betna say because on so sha ban asenti. Or bekasa.
Yes, we can try to support your ban ma why
and you say unprofessionalism APA one ne send you defend and so it becomes difficult to be a professional sometimes when there is interference in the operations of agencies. And also one of the things are the way Stanley say, look, we will not let this go. Then when you watch the committee so baby bebre or ya de ban for 6 months then it turned to 2 years. And here trauma committee they say omo ye hard rock. Now they say omo ye dwuma because issue of pollution hard rock for na ema ye ntumi anye. And that brought the issue of Jojo me who say way phone. Na AGA e wo boase. There was a lot of press conferences around say the AGA concession, and that AGA concession 2016 over 4,600 illegal miners invaded the concession. Normally Ghana a bank court internationally for international arbitration at the other. Until then, 2016, it was around October, November. And the Minerals Commission, small-scale miners, the traditional leaders, security for your formative committee, be a friend, the movement committee. And the movie, they gave us a mandate for 1.5 months. But we were able to relocate the 4,600 illegal operators miners within 1.5 months, without any bloodshed, without that resistance, because we did a lot of engagement. And it's half 1 year, we got to 2 and no more underground. And when a true letter comment to Syria, and they said, no, Prof, they will say, Anka hard rock for Ninyam. By the end of the day, no, they did not work. And then, now, Prof, but it was Kudoho and any other teams is age. Maybe say I can say it's not attack on the integrity on Prof himself, but for every leader, if you're a leader of a committee, na committee ni failure, I say football coach. Yeah, the show. Say u team ni luzwa. U was a football coach, you sacrifice you. That's right. U was any apamukra. That's right. But if the team wins, those individual players they shine. Now who's coach no idea. Shine. So the best thing is for me to take, in terms of leadership, you take responsibilities whether you make it or you do not make it. Thank you. Thank you. That is one thing I say.
Because I really wanted to know, say, really, in mining, no, can we do it and do it in the right way? And for how
it's not also allowed. It's just like the forest. In Somu, it's not allowed.
The forest, to my concession,
big companies, but a big or small.
Can we do
water
something
body and
yeah, water body be anywhere. Obi oye juma water body be illegal.
In Ghana.
In Ghana.
And now we are baby.
No, we are baby or more accepted dredging at Ghana crown proud to now you offend. No more dredging, it was allowed. Ghana, I've forgotten it, Mecheki company, but it was a state company that were dredging, and it's properly controlled.
It means we can do it.
We can do dredging, but we said the situation we are in now, no, gentlemen just are dredging in now because a lot of dredgers is people don't have that technical know-how to do it. And no more, and I am miraculous. I say ube dredging.
Because in so if you be
a baby I dredgings I think said Akosomo the Volta River no because of siltation anwea be minti omutai anwea no send you betumi ama insu the full share Akosomo dam na echi wana I don't know most of it we do a lot of and it's permitted for them to do but they are doing what
because of the silting
and a constant Akosomo dam operators VR4 no
Here Godwin Armah secretary the Small Scale Miners Association of Ghana and I tinenka and anope open yedase pa ne umre no ada Angel 102.9 FM and here about for benum